A Medical Career Exploration Guide. Chapter 1. A Medical Career Guide. Discover health/medical professions. There are many subfields within the medical fields, all put together as allied health professions. The book catalogs referred to at the beginning of the book have some books in this field. The Occupational Outlook Handbook does a good job of describing them, bls.gov/oco or stats.bls.gov/ocohome.htm. Try hashtag 610.69 at the library or R690.d35 of the Library of Congress system. Many allied health skills are good to have because they take relatively little time to learn, less than 2 years. You can generally get a job just about anywhere because health is the biggest industry on the planet that is getting bigger all the time. The pay is good for work expended. And you can generally work odd shifts if you want, like weekends, part-time, night shift, etc. There are many opportunities besides just hospitals, medical clinics, and nursing homes. Consider all the medical products and drug companies as well as the government, USA.gov, healthfinder.gov, nih.gov, fda.gov. In my opinion, medical doctor is about the worst job in the world, especially if you go into a specialty. Right off, your 20s are shot to enjoy life because you're in school all the time. Then once you start working, the job eats you up because you have to be on all the time. Chapter 2. Lists of possible healthcare careers/job titles. List of medical careers/medical careers guide/some medical job titles. There will be more care workers needed for old people and end-of-life treatments. Nanotechnology, genetic improvement, transhumanism, improving people, and bionics, artificial parts, are all here. Paramedic. Activity therapist. Admitting clerk. Alternative healthcare. Alternative medicine. Anatomy and physiology. Anesthesiologist. Anesthesiologist assistant. Applied researcher. Art therapist. Athletic trainer. Audiologist. Biochemist. Bioengineer. Bioinformatics associate. Bioinformatics scientist. Bioinformatics specialist. Biomedical chemist. Biomedical science. Biomedical/clinical engineer. Biomedical/clinical technician. Biostatistician. Biotechnology research. Blood bank tech. Cardiology. Cardiovascular. Cardiovascular technician. Cardiovascular technologist. Cell biologist. Certified nursing assistant. Chiropractic/chiropractor. Clinical lab science. Clinical lab technician. Clinical trials research associate. Clinical trials research coordinator. Community services specialist. Computer tomography, CT, technologist. Cytogenetic technologist. Cytotechnologist. Dance therapist. Data analyst. Dental assistant. Dental hygienist. Dental lab technician. Dentist. Diagnostic medical sonographer/ultrasound. Diagnostic medical ultrasound. Dietitians and nutritionists. Dosimetrist. EKG technician. Electrocardiographic, ECG, technician. Electroneurodiagnostic tech. Electronic diagnostic, EEG, technologist. Emergency medical technician/EMT. EMTs and paramedics. Environmental health and safety. Environmental services. Epidemiologist. Ethicist. Exercise physiologist. Fitness. Food service. Forensic medicine. Forensic nursing. Geneticist. Gerontology. Health educator. Health information administration. Health information coder. Health information services. Health information technology. Health service administration. Healthcare administration. Healthcare management. Histologic tech. Histotechnician. Histotechnologist. Home health aide. Home health and personal care aides. Hospital administrator. Hospital maintenance engineer. Industrial hygienist. Kinesiotherapist. Lab assistant. Lab technician. Licensed practical nurse. Licensed practical nurse and limited vocation nurse. Magnetic resonance, MR, technologist. Mammographer. Massage therapist. Materials management. Medical administration. Medical assistant. Medical billing. Medical billing and coding. Medical coder. Medical engineering. Medical illustrator. Medical information technologist. Medical insurance. Medical laboratory scientists. Medical laboratory technologist. Medical librarian. Medical office. Medical photographer. Medical planning. Medical records and health information technicians. Medical research scientist. Medical school. Medical science. Medical technician. Medical technologist / clinical laboratory scientist. Medical transcription. Mental health. Microbiologist. Molecular biologist. Mortician. Music therapist. Natural health / natural medicine. Nuclear medicine technician. Nuclear medicine technologist. Nurse. Nursing aides, orderlies, and attendants. Nutritionist. Occupational health and safety specialists. Occupational health and safety technicians. Occupational therapist / assistant. Occupational therapy assistants and aides. Ophthalmic medical personnel. Ophthalmic assistant. Ophthalmic technician. Opticians, dispensing. Optometrist. Orthotists and prosthetists. Paramedic. Pathologist. Pathology assistant. Patient advocate. Patient financial services. Patient representative. Pediatric nurse. Perfusionist, blood flow. Pharmaceutical scientist. Pharmacist. Pharmacy technician. Phlebotomist. Physical therapist. Physical therapist assistants and aides. Physician. Physician assistant. Physicians and surgeons. Podiatrists. Positron emission tomography, PET, technologist. Psychiatric technicians and aides. Psychologist. Psychology. Public health. Public health educator. Quality assurance technician. Quality control technician. Radiation therapist. Radiation therapy technician. Radiologic technologist / radiographer. Radiologist. Recreation therapist. Registered nurse. Regulatory affairs specialist. Reimbursement specialist. Research assistant. Research associate. Research scientist. Respiratory therapist. Risk management. Social worker. Sonographer. Specialist in blood bank technology. Speech-language pathologist. Sports medicine. Surgeon's assistant. Surgical technician. Toxicologist. Transcriptionist. Transport technician. Ultrasound technician. Unit coordinator. Utilization manager. Veterinarian. Veterinarian technician. X-ray technician. Some medical titles. AC. Physical, acupuncture physician. BM, Bachelor of Medicine. Bachelors of Science, Bachelor of Science. BSN, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. CA, Certified Acupuncturist. CCN, Certified Clinical Nutritionist. CHB, Bachelor of Surgery. C.HT, Certified Hypnotherapist. CN, Certified Nutritionist. D.AC, Diplomate of Acupuncture. DC, Doctor of Chiropractic. DDS, Doctor of Dental Science. DHANP, Diplomate of Homeopathic Academy of Naturopathic Physicians. D.Hom, Diplomate of Homeopathic Medicine. DIBAK, Diplomate of the International Board of Applied Kinesiology. D.I.Hom, Diplomate of the Institute of Homeopathy. DIPLAC, Diplomate of Acupuncture, NCCA. DIPLCH, Diplomate of Chinese Herbs. DMD, Doctor of Dental Medicine. DO, Doctor of Osteopathy. DOM, Doctor of Oriental Medicine. Doctor of Science, Doctor of Science. DVM, Doctor of Veterinary Medicine. FAAEM, Fellow of the American Academy of Environmental Medicine. FAAFP, Fellow of the American Academy of Family Practice. FAAP, Fellow of the American Academy of Pediatrics. FAAPM, Fellow of the American Academy of Physical Medicine. FACA, Fellow of the American College of Allergists. F.AC.A, Fellow of the Acupuncture Association. British. FACAI, Fellow of the American College of Allergy and Immunology. FACN, Fellow of the American College of Nutrition. FACS, Fellow of the American College of Surgeons. FACOG, Fellow of the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists. FAGD, Fellow of the Academy of General Dentistry. FAOAS, Fellow of the American Osteopathic Academy of Sclerotherapy. FIACA, Fellow of the International Academy of Certified Acupuncturists. FIAOMT, Fellow of the International Academy of Oral Medicine and Toxicology. FICAN, Fellow of the International College of Applied Nutrition. FICC, Fellow of the International College of Chiropractors. FICS, Fellow of the International College of Surgeons. FNAAOM, Fellow of the National Academy of Acupuncture and Oriental Medicine. FNTOS, Fellow of the Natural Therapeutic and Osteopathic Society. F.R.C.Sci, Fellow of the Royal College of Psychiatry. HMD, Homeopathic Medical Doctor. L.AC, Lic.AC, Licensed Acupuncturist. LCSW, Licensed Clinical Social Worker. LMT, Licensed Massage Therapist. MA, Master of Arts. M.AC.O.M, Master of Acupuncture and Oriental Medicine. MD, Medical Doctor. M.F.Hom, Member of the Faculty Homeopathy, British. MNIMH, Member of the National Institutes of Medical Herbalist, British. MPH, Master of Public Health. MRCGP, Member of the Royal College of General Practitioners, British. MRCP, Member of the Royal College of Physicians, British. MS, Master of Science. NCCA, National Commission for the Certification of Acupuncturists. ND, Doctor of Naturopathy. NMD, Naturopathic Medical Doctor. OMD, Oriental Medical Doctor. OMM, Osteopath Manipulative Medicine. PHN, Public Health Nurse. RCOG, Royal College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists. RD, Registered Dietitian. RMT, Registered Music Therapist. RN, Registered Nurse. Some medical specialties 1. Acupuncture. Allergy and Immunology. Ambulatory Service Center. Anesthesia. Audiology. Bariatrics. Behavioral Pediatrics. Breast Center. Burn Services. Cardiology. Cardiovascular. Cardiovascular Surgery. Chemical Health Services. Child Abuse. Chiropractic. Cleft and Craniofacial. Dermatology. Developmental Pediatrics. Disease. DME, Durable Medical Equipment. Ear. Nose and Throat, and Eating Disorders. Emergency Medicine. endocrinology, epilepsy, family practice, feeding problems, gastroenterology, genetics, geriatrics, gynecology, hand surgery, hematology, hematology/oncology, home healthcare/hospice, home for therapy, infectious disease, integrative medicine, internal medicine, interpreter services, laboratory services, lactation services, mental health, multi-specialty, neonatology and NICU, neonatal intensive care unit, nephrology, neurology, neuropsychology, neurosurgery, nutrition services, OB/GYN, obstetrics and gynecology, obstetrics, oncology, ophthalmology, ophthalmology and/or ophthalmologic surgery, optometry, oral and maxillofacial surgery, orthopedic surgery, orthopedics, orthotics and prosthetics, OT, occupational therapy, habilitative, OT, occupational therapy, rehabilitative, otology, otorhinolaryngology, pathology, pediatrics, perinatal medicine, physical medicine and rehabilitation, plastic surgery, podiatry, primary care services, proctology, psychiatry, PT, physical therapy, habilitative, PT, physical therapy, rehabilitative, public health services, pulmonary disease, pulmonology, radiation oncology, radiology, rheumatology, sexual abuse, sleep disorders and sleep apnea, ST, speech therapy, habilitative, ST, speech therapy, rehabilitative, surgery, thoracic and cardio, surgery, TMD, temporal mandibular disorder, /TMJ, temporomandibular joint disorder, transplant services, trauma services, travel clinic, urgent care, urology, some medical specialties too, acupuncture, the insertion of fine needles into specific locations of the body to relieve pain or induce local anesthesia, may also involve the use of heat, pressure, friction, suction or electromagnetic energy, allergy and immunology, a medical specialty focusing on the diagnosis and treatment of allergic and immunologic diseases, including asthma, hay fever, hives, eczema, and drug and food allergies. Ambulatory Service Center, a freestanding healthcare center, not physically connected to a hospital, offering a combination of outpatient surgery, diagnostic testing, radiology, rehabilitative services, primary and specialty medical clinics within one location. Anesthesia, the administration of medications as a means to block pain or diminish consciousness for surgery or procedures, usually by injection or inhalation. Audiology, the evaluation and treatment of hearing-related problems that cannot be improved by medication or surgery. Behavioral pediatrics, a medical specialty focusing on assessment and treatment of children with behavioral issues, developmental disabilities, adjustment and coping issues, learning and attention disorders, enuresis and encapresis, pain, psychophysiologic disorders, habit problems, anxiety, and stress management. Breast Center, a clinic designed around comprehensive evaluation, care, and treatment of breast conditions through a multidisciplinary approach to prevention, education, diagnostic assessment and treatment. Burn Services, the evaluation and management of burns from thermal, electrical, or chemical causes. Management of severe burns includes wound debridement and dressing, surgery and/or rehabilitation. There are 3 different kinds of burns. A first-degree burn is superficial, damage to the top layer of skin only, with the skin usually being red and turning white if pressed on. Second-degree burns look similar to first-degree burns, however, the damage is now severe enough to cause blistering of the skin and the pain is usually more intense. In third-degree burns, the first and second layers of the skin has been damaged to the point of skin death, usually requiring removal of the dead tissue and skin grafting. Cardiology. A medical specialty focusing on the diagnosis and treatment of disorders of the heart and major blood vessels. Cardiovascular surgery. A medical specialty focusing on the surgical treatment of clinical issues related to the chest, heart, and blood vessels. Chemical health services. Services for the diagnosis and treatment of chemical dependency, including alcoholism and substance abuse. Services may be provided on an inpatient or outpatient basis and are performed by a licensed psychiatrist, licensed psychologist, or other licensed behavioral health therapist. Child abuse. Child abuse is a very complex and dangerous set of problems that include child neglect and the physical, emotional, and sexual abuse of children. Chiropractic. The treatment to restore normal function through manipulation and adjustment, particularly of the spine. Cleft and craniofacial. A medical specialty focusing on a multidisciplinary team approach to assessment and treatment of anomalies of the head, face, lip, and palate. Dermatology. A medical specialty focusing on the diagnosis and medical/surgical treatment of all diseases and disorders of the skin, hair, and nails. Developmental pediatrics. A medical specialty focusing on assessment and treatment of children with developmental delays, developmental disabilities or chronic conditions affecting physical or emotional development, learning or behavior. DME, durable medical equipment. Items that are primarily used to serve a medical purpose and are generally appropriate for use in the patient's home. Equipment ranges from walkers, wheelchairs, electric hospital beds to sophisticated oxygen delivering devices, ventilators, and enteral feeding systems. Ear, nose, and throat, ENT. A medical specialty focusing on the diagnosis, medical or surgical treatment of diseases and disorders of the ear, nose, and throat. Also known as otolaryngology. Eating disorders. A pathological fear of weight gain leading to faulty eating patterns. The two most common types of eating disorders are anorexia nervosa and bulimia nervosa. Anorexia nervosa is characterized by self-starvation leading to excessive weight loss. Bulimia nervosa is characterized by eating large amounts of food, followed by self-induced purging through use of vomiting, laxatives and/or excessive exercise to rid the body of calories. Emergency medicine. Medical attention for patients with severe or life-threatening conditions that require immediate attention to preserve life or stabilize health. An emergency is the sudden, unexpected onset of illness or injury which, if left untreated or unattended until the next available clinic hours, would result in hospitalization or death. Compare with urgent care. Endocrinology. A medical specialty focusing on the study and treatment of disorders of the endocrine glands which secrete hormones into the bloodstream including diabetes, thyroid, and growth disorders. The pituitary, thyroid, pancreas, adrenal, testicles, and ovaries are examples of endocrine glands. Epilepsy. Seizure disorder when nerve cells in the brain fire electrical impulses at a rate of up to 4 times higher than normal. This causes an electrical storm in the brain, known as a seizure. A pattern of repeated seizures is referred to as epilepsy. Known causes include head injuries, brain tumors, lead poisoning, maldevelopment of the brain, genetic and infectious illnesses. But in fully half of cases, no cause can be found. Medication controls seizures for the majority of patients. Care of these conditions is generally provided by a physician specializing in neurology. Family practice. A medical specialty providing general medical care and treatment of medical problems for all family members. Feeding problems. The evaluation and management of issues related to feeding and swallowing primarily in infants and small children. Services are provided by a multidisciplinary team including physician or nurse practitioner, speech therapist, occupational therapist and nutritional specialist. Gastroenterology. A medical specialty focusing on the diagnosis and treatment of diseases and disorders of the digestive system including the liver, stomach, and intestines, and medical conditions such as ulcers, tumors, and colitis. Genetics. A medical specialty focusing on hereditary and genetic factors that may play a role in causing a disease, birth defect, or inherited susceptibility to a health problem. Hand surgery. A medical specialty within orthopedics that focuses on the surgical treatment of the bones and joints related specifically to the wrist and hand. Hematology/oncology. A medical specialty focusing on the study, diagnosis, and treatment of the blood-forming tissues, disorders affecting them, cancerous and non-cancerous tumors. Home health care/hospice. Home health, agency that provides skilled nursing services to an individual in the home. Hospice, program that provides care for terminally ill patients and their families. Home for therapy. Intravenous therapy that can be provided in the home via a central or peripheral line. Some of the therapies offered are antibiotics, chemotherapy, pain management, hydration, total parental nutrition as well as enteral nutrition. Home infusion therapy allows you to receive the therapy you need in the comfort and convenience of your own home. Infectious disease. A medical specialty focusing on the diagnosis and treatment for unusual bacterial, viral, and communicable diseases, including hepatitis, meningitis, tuberculosis, Lyme disease and AIDS. Integrative medicine. An evolving medical specialty blending traditional, cultural, and complementary medical practice and treatment. Services may include biofeedback, massage therapy, aromatherapy, acupuncture/acupressure or other relaxation techniques. Some of the services provided within this specialty may not be covered by some insurance plans. Internal medicine. A medical specialty focusing on the prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of diseases affecting adults. Interpreter services. Individuals who receive specialized training in medical terminology who can interpret medical information provided by a healthcare professional for non-English speaking or hearing impaired patients and their families. Laboratory services. Laboratory, a place equipped for examination of materials derived from the human body for the purpose of providing information on diagnosis, prevention, or treatment of disease. Lactation services. Professionals trained to help mothers who want to breastfeed their babies. Mental health. Services for the diagnosis and treatment of mental illness. Services may be provided on an inpatient or outpatient basis and are performed by a licensed psychiatrist, licensed psychologist, or other licensed behavioral health therapist. Also called behavioral health. Multi-specialty. A group practice in which several physicians with various specialties are recognized as a single business entity. Neonatology and NICU, Neonatal Intensive Care Unit. Neonatology, a medical specialty focusing on the care and treatment of critically ill and/or premature babies. NICU, a special care nursery for newborn infants with severe medical complications, who can't get the intense kind of care they need in a normal newborn nursery. Nephrology. A medical specialty focusing on the treatment of kidney diseases and disorders. Neurology. A medical specialty focusing on the treatment of disorders of the brain, spinal cord, and nerves in the spine and extremities, including conditions such as strokes and seizures. Neuropsychology. Doctorally trained clinical psychologists with additional specialized training in evaluation of brain-related cognitive, learning, behavioral and emotional disorders. Neurosurgery. A surgical specialty focusing on the surgical treatment of the brain, spinal cord, and the nerves in the spine and extremities. Nutrition services. Healthcare professionals who specialize in the study of food and how it works within the body. Evaluation and recommendations can be made regarding weight management and nutritional supplementation. OB/GYN, obstetrics and gynecology. A medical specialty focusing on the care of women during and after pregnancy and childbirth, and the care of the female reproductive system and treatment of associated disorders. Ophthalmology and/or ophthalmologic surgery. A medical specialty focusing on the diagnosis and treatment, including surgery, of diseases and disorders of the eye, such as cataracts and glaucoma. Optometry. The diagnosis and treatment of visual defects using eyeglasses, optical aids, or exercises to correct the defect. Oral and maxillofacial surgery. A medical specialty focusing on the diagnosis and treatment of disorders of the mouth, teeth, jaws, and facial structures, including surgical correction of facial deformities and fractures. Orthopedic surgery. A medical specialty focusing on the medical and/or surgical management of injuries to bones or joints. Orthotics and prosthetics. Orthotics, the specialized field relating to orthopedic appliances, braces, and other devices used to support weight, prevent or correct deformities, or align and improve the function of movable parts of the body. Prosthetics, the study of artificial limbs. Their design, construction, and fitting to a patient. OT, occupational therapy, habilitative. The treatment of a delay in development of fine motor skills such as small muscle groups in hands. Focus of treatment is in development or strengthening muscle groups to teach or improve skills related to activities of daily living such as feeding, bathing, and dressing. OT, occupational therapy, rehabilitative. The treatment of a loss of function or use of fine motor skills secondary to illness or injury. Focus of treatment is in strengthening or retraining of small muscle groups generally in hands to regain independence and skills related to activities of daily living such as feeding, bathing, and dressing. Pathology. A medical specialty focusing on the examination of surgical specimens and biopsies for diagnostic purposes and who provide expertise in the performance and interpretation of laboratory testing and blood banking. Pediatrics. A medical specialty focusing on the prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of infants, children and adolescents. Perinatal medicine. Obstetricians and staff who are specialized in the care of pregnant women and unborn babies with high risk of having complications during pregnancy and/or delivery. Physical medicine and rehabilitation. A medical specialty focusing on the overall physical function of a patient with emphasis on maintaining the highest level of functioning and comfort and maximizing independence through the use of therapy, physical or occupational, and/or durable medical equipment, orthotics, or prosthetics. Plastic surgery. A medical specialty focusing on the surgical repair, restoration, or improvement of conditions or injuries to the skin and external features resulting from disease, injury or birth defects. Podiatry. The care and treatment of the foot and ankle disorders ranging from childhood problems through those resulting from aging, including injury and disease and surgical correction of bunions, hammer toes and other conditions. Primary care services. Basic or general health care usually provided by general practitioners, family practitioners, internists, and pediatricians. PT, physical therapy, habilitative. The treatment in the delay in development of the function or use of large muscle skills such as in the legs and arms. Focus of treatment is in development and strengthening of large muscle groups generally used in walking and lifting. Treatment may include the use of heat, water, exercise, massage, and electric current. PT, physical therapy, rehabilitative. The treatment of a loss of function or use of large muscle skills secondary to illness or injury. Focus of treatment is in strengthening or retraining large muscle groups generally in legs and arms to regain independence and skills related to activities such as walking and lifting. Treatment may include the use of heat, water, exercise, massage, and electric current. Public health services. Home nursing services provided by a registered nurse from the County Public Health Department or County Health Services Department. Pulmonology. A medical specialty focusing on the diagnosis and treatment of acute and chronic diseases and conditions of the respiratory system, such as bronchitis, asthma, emphysema, and occupational lung disease. Radiation oncology. The branch of radiology that uses radiant energy and isotopes in the study and treatment of cancer. Radiology. A medical specialty focusing on the use of radiation, ultrasound, X-rays, computerized tomography, CT, magnetic resonance imaging, MRI, mammography, and other imaging technologies to diagnose diseases and internal disorders. Rheumatology. A medical specialty focusing on the diagnosis and treatment of diseases signaled by inflammation or pain in the muscles, joints, or connective tissues, such as arthritis. Sexual abuse. Sexual abuse includes fondling a child's genitals, intercourse, incest, rape, sodomy, exhibitionism, and commercial exploitation through prostitution or the production of pornographic materials. Sleep disorders and sleep apnea. A medical specialty focusing on the evaluation, diagnosis, and management of sleep-related problems including sleep apnea, which is defined as breathing lapses greater than 10 seconds during sleep. ST, speech therapy, habilitative. The treatment of a delay in speech development including articulation, fluency, resonance, or expression. ST, speech therapy, rehabilitative. The treatment of a speech impairment resulting from an illness or injury such as head injury or stroke. Surgery. A medical specialty focusing on surgical intervention to treat a disease or correct a problem related to an injury, illness, or deformity. Thoracic and cardio. Surgery. A medical specialty focusing on the surgical treatment of diseases of the chest, heart, and lungs. TMD, temporal mandibular disorder, /TMJ, temporomandibular joint disorder. Temporal mandibular disorder, TMD, affects the joint where your skull meets the lower jaw. Stress, grinding of teeth, poor posture, or injury can cause the joint to become misaligned. Symptoms may include clicking of the joint, jaw or facial pain, stiffness, headache, or a locked jaw. Transplant services. A healthcare system that operates a transplant program which may involve various organs, tissues, and cells, such as kidneys, hearts, lungs, livers, bone marrow, and others. Organ and tissue transplantation includes the transfer a section of tissue or complete or partial organ from its original position to a new position. For instance, transferring a healthy organ from one person's body to a person in need of that organ. Trauma services. Emergency medical services and treatment for critically injured children and adults available through a specially trained team of physicians, surgeons, and clinical support staff. Travel clinic. A specialty clinic focusing on evaluation of diseases and problems endemic to specific parts of the world with the administration of appropriate immunizations and patient education on the protections the traveler should take when traveling to that part of the world. Urgent care. The treatment for a condition that requires prompt attention, but does not impose an immediate, serious health threat. An urgent care clinic generally is available for services needed after normal primary care clinic hours. Urology. A medical specialty focusing on the diagnosis and medical or surgical treatment of diseases and disorders of the kidneys, bladder, and urinary tract, as well as disorders affecting the male reproductive organs. Some medical specialties. 3. Addiction psychiatry. Addictions medicine. Administration, management. Advanced heart failure and transplant cardiology. All physician jobs. Allergy and immunology. Anesthesiology, neurocritical care. Anesthesiology. Audiologist. Bariatrics. Behavioral neurology and neuropsychiatry. Behavioral health specialist. Cardiac surgery, cardiovascular surgery. Cardiothoracic surgery. Cardiothoracic surgery, transplant. Cardiology, invasive. Cardiology, electrophysiology. Cardiology, non-invasive. Cardiology. Cardiology, interventional. Case manager. Certified nurse midwife. Certified nurse assistant. Certified anesthesiologist assistant. Clinical research. Clinical psych/mental health/counseling. Colon and rectal surgery. Counselor. Critical care, intensivist. CRNA. Dental public health. Dental assistant. Dentist. Dentistry, pediatric. Dentistry, administration. Dermatology. Dermatopathology. Emergency medicine. Endocrinology. Endocrinology, reproductive. Family medicine, OB. Family medicine. Family medicine. Sports medicine. Flight surgery, aerospace medicine. Gastroenterology. General practice. General surgery, breast surgery. General surgery. Genetics. Geriatric medicine. Gynecology. Gynecology, urogynecology. Gynecology, oncology. Head and neck surgery. Headache medicine. Healthcare administration, management. Healthcare administration, chief medical officer. Healthcare administration, information systems. Healthcare administration, human resources. Healthcare administration, executive. Hematology. Hematology and oncology. Hepatology. Hospice. Hospitalist. Hyperbaric medicine. Infectious disease. Integrative medicine. Internal medicine. Internal medicine, addictions. Laboratory tech. Licensed clinical social worker. Maternal fetal medicine. Med-Peds. Med-Psych. Med-Surg. Medical tech. Medical informatics. Medical assistant. Neonatology. Nephrology. Neurological surgery, neuroendovascular. Neurological surgery, neuro-oncology. Neurological surgery. Neurological surgery, neurocritical care. Neurology, neuroendovascular. Neurology. Neurology, neurocritical care. Neurology, child, neuroimaging. Neurology, neuroimaging. Neurology, geriatric. Neurology, vascular. Neurology, neuro-oncology. Neuromusculoskeletal medicine and OMM. Neuropsychology. Nurse practitioner. Nurse midwife. Nursing, clinical nurse specialist. Nursing, management/supervisor. Nursing, licensed practical nurse. Nursing, registered nurse. Obstetrics and gynecology, OB hospitalist. Obstetrics and gynecology. Occupational medicine. Oncology, medical. Oncology, surgical. Oncology, urology. Oncology, gynecological. Oncology, breast. Oncology. Ophthalmology. Ophthalmology, retinal surgery. Optometrist. Oral and maxillofacial surgery. Orthopedic surgery, sports medicine. Orthopedic surgery. Adult reconstructive surgery. Orthopedic surgery, foot and ankle. Orthopedic surgery. Orthopedic surgery, trauma. Orthopedic surgery, shoulder. Orthopedic surgery, spine. Orthopedic surgery, hand surgery. Otolaryngology. Otolaryngology, neurotology. Otolaryngology, otologist. Pain medicine. Palliative care. Pathology. Pathology assistant. Pediatric dentistry. Pediatrics. Pediatrics, child abuse and neglect. Pediatrics, cardiology. Pediatrics, adolescent med. Pediatrics, bone marrow transplant. Pediatrics, surgery. Pediatrics, dermatology. Pediatrics, rheumatology. Pediatrics, developmental behavioral. Pediatrics, radiology. Pediatrics, emergency medicine. Pediatrics, anesthesiology. Pediatrics, endocrinology. Pediatrics, critical care. Pediatrics, gastroenterology. Pediatrics, pulmonology. Pediatrics, allergy and immunology. Pediatrics, plastic surgery. Pediatrics, hematology oncology. Pediatrics, physical medicine and rehab. Pediatrics, hospitalist. Pediatrics, pediatric hem-on. Neuro-oncology. Pediatrics, infectious disease. Pediatrics, genetics. Pediatrics, intensivist. Pediatrics, otolaryngology. Pediatrics, nephrology. Pediatrics, orthopedics. Pediatrics, neurology. Pediatrics, ophthalmology. Pediatrics, neurosurgery. Pediatrics pathology. Pediatrics, urology. Pediatrics, urgent care. Perinatal medicine. Pharmaceutical tech. Pharmaceutical industry. Pharmacist. Phlebology. Phlebotomist. Physical therapy. Physical medicine and rehab. Physician, academics, program director. Physician, locums. Physician, administration. Physician, academics. Physician assistant. Physician. Physician, clinical research. Physicist. Plastic surgery. Podiatrist. Podiatry. Preventive medicine. Psychiatry, geriatric. Psychiatry, child. Psychiatry. Psychology, child. Psychology. Psychology. Psychology, child. Pulmonary disease, critical care. Pulmonary disease. Radiation therapist. Radiation oncology. Radiology tech. Radiology, neurointerventional. Radiology, interventional. Radiology, tele. Radiology. Radiology, women's imager. Research. Rheumatology. Sleep medicine. Social service specialist. Speech-language pathologist. Sports medicine. Surgical tech. Surgical critical care. Technology. Telemedicine. Thoracic surgery. Toxicology. Transfusion medicine. Transplant surgery. Trauma surgery. Ultrasound technician. Ultrasound. Urgent care. Urology. Urology, oncology. Vascular medicine. Vascular surgery. Women's health. Wound care. Chapter 3. Some health fields die out while new ones are created. Some medical professions suffer in hard times. I have heard of some luxury medical practices going down the tubes during hard economic times. Anything that is not universally covered by most health insurance plans could go out of business, like cosmetic surgery, cosmetic dentistry, dermatology, allergist, mental health therapist, nutritionist, herbalist, naturopathy, acupuncture, massage, sports medicine, physiotherapy. New fields in healthcare and medicine. Whenever a major new piece of medical equipment is created, a new field has to also be created to run that piece of equipment. Keep on the medical news to discover emerging fields, then look for a certification program for it. I saw a few new machines on medical shows on TV. I realized they are going to have to create new fields to train people to run those machines. One was a laser body scan machine. It's expensive now, but more and more hospitals will get it as time passes. In 100 years, we'll have bionics, the stuff from the $6 Million Man TV show era. You'll be able to buy an eye that can see 100 times better than your biological eyes. They don't have a longevity secret method yet. If they did, the Rockefellers would be using them. I heard that the old Rockefeller who almost made it to 100 years had 8 heart transplants. Remember the old Rock Hudson movie where they transplanted his head onto a younger body? New things will happen. General medical information. The book Medical Books in Print contains a bibliography of the relevant medical books out there. The medical section at the library is hashtag 610-619 of the Dewey Decimal System, R in the Library of Congress System. 610 Medical Sciences. 611 Human Anatomy. 612 Human Physiology. 613 Hygiene, Fitness, Diet. 614 Public Health. 615 Therapeutics and Pharmacology. 616 Medicine, Diseases. 617 Surgery. 618 Specialized Medicine, Women, Childbirth, Children. 619 Comparative and Experimental Medicine. R. Medicine. RB. Pathology. RK. Dentistry. RT. Nursing. At number 613, you'll find hundreds of books dealing with current health topics on everything from women's issues to nutrition, exercise, fitness, recreation, yoga, etc. For general medical textbooks that cover everything, popular medicine as they call it, go to hashtag 616.00 or RC81 at the library. There are a lot of healthcare books at hashtag 361-362. Some medical topics at the library are acne, 616.53. Adult child abuse victims, 616.858, RC 569.5. Aging, 301.435, 613.0438, RA 777. Anatomy, Physiology, 612. Arthritis, 616.716-72. AIDS, 616.97, RC 607. Allergies, Asthma, 619.97. Arthritis, 616.72. Attention Deficit Disorder, 616.8589. Back Problems, 617.564, RD 798 RD 7771. Biology, Body, Physiology, 612, QP 38. Biology, General, 574, QH 313. Birth Control, Sex, 613.9. Blood Diseases, Hematology, 612.11, 616.15. Breast Cancer, 616.99, RC 280. Burns, 617.51. Business End of the Healthcare Industry, 362.160, RA 644. Cancer, 616.8, 616.99. Cancer Survivorship, 362.1. Carpal Tunnel Syndrome, 616.399. Celiac, 616.399. Childbirth, 618.401, RG 518-661. Children's Medical Issues, 618.9. Chronic Fatigue Syndrome, 616.047, RB 150. Chronic Illness, Disability, 362.196, RJ 108 RJ 380. Colitis, 616.344. Communicable Diseases, Epidemiology, 614.4, RA 651. Constipation, 616.342. Contraception, 613.94. Coronary Heart Disease, 616.10 to 12, RC 672 RC 685. Cosmetic Surgery, 617.95. Cystic Fibrosis, 616.37. Cystitis, 616.623. Death and Terminal Illness, 362.175, R726.8. Dentistry, 617.643, RK61 RK527. Diabetes, 616.462, RC660.5. Digestion, colon, 616.344, RC862. Diseases of all kinds, 616.9. Dizziness, 616.841. Doctors, family medicine, 610.69, R729. Doctors, women, 610.92, R154. Drugs, 615.1. Drugs, recreational, 178.8, 615.782. Ear, hearing, 591.18, 612.85. Eastern medicine, 610.951, R603. Eating disorders, 616.852, RC552. Eczema, 616.51. Endocrinology, 612.4, QP187. Epilepsy, 616.853, RC372. Exercise, 613.71, RA781. Eyes, 617.7. Fertility, 616.69. Fibromyalgia, 616.74, RC925-927. Food habits, 394.14, GT2853. Food, podiatry, 617.585. Funerals, 393, 395.3. Gallstones, 616.36. General self-care, 616.0. Geriatrics, 616.0084, 618.97, RC952. Hair loss, 616.546. Headache, 616.849 to 616.850, RB128. Healing, 610, RZ999. Healthcare system, 362.1, RA410 RA412. Health insurance, healthcare reform, 362.109, RA395. Health cookbooks, 641.56. Heart, 616.12. Hemorrhoids, 616.35. Hepatitis, 616.36. High blood pressure, hashtag 612.14 and hashtag 616.132. Hodgkin's disease, 616.42. Holistic medicine, 615.5, 615.882, F1435. Home remedies, 615.32. Hospitals, 338.433, RA971.3. Hypertension, 616.123, RC685. Incontinence, 616.623, RC921. Infertility, 613.9, 616.69. Injuries, general, wounds, 617.51. Irritable bowel syndrome, 616.34. Kidney disease, 616.61. Lice, 595.7, 614.43. Loneliness, 158, 248.86, BV 4911. Longevity, 612.67, QP 85. Lung 612.2, 616.24, respiratory tract diseases, 616.2, bronchitis at hashtag 616.23 and emphysema at hashtag 616.248. Lupus, 616.978. Lyme disease, 616.92. Lymphedema, 616.079. Measles, mumps, viral infections, hashtag 615.372. Medical genetics, 616.042, RB155. Medical history, 610.9, R850. Medical tests, 616.075, RC71. Mental healing, 615.852, RZ400.047. Mental health, 618.92, RC514. Mental health therapy, 616.89, RC489. Mental problems like stress, depression, anorexia, etc., 616.8. Middle-aged health, hashtag 618.2082, RA778. Multiple sclerosis, neurological diseases, 616.834. Neurosis, 616.85, RC530. Nuclear medicine, 616.075, RC78.7. Nursing, 610.73, RT41. Nutrition, 613.26, RA776-784, RM237. Ostomy, 617.55. Osteoporosis, 616.716. Pain control, 616.0472, RB127. Pain control, cancer, 616.99, RC262. Panic disorders, 616.852, RC535. Parkinson's disease, 616.833. Pediatrics, children, 618.92, RJ78. Piercing, tattooing, hashtag 617.95, RD119.5. Poison, toxicology, 615.9, RA770.5. Popular, general medical books, 610.3. Books about the practical and financial aspects of medical care are at hashtag 362.1 or RA410.5 at the library. Practical and financial aspects of medical care, 362.1, RA410.5. Prescription drugs, 613.2662, 615.1, RM236. Preventive medicine, 613, RA431, RC81. Prostate, 616.65, 616.99. Psychiatry, 616.9. Scoliosis, 617.375. Self-destructive behaviors, 616.8582, RC569.5. Sexual diseases, 616.951. Sickle cell anemia, 616.152, RC641. Skin care, 646.726, RL87. Social services, 361.973, HV91. Social welfare organizations, 361. Spina bifida, 618.9283, RJ496. Spinal cord injury, 617.151. Sports medicine, 612.76, 612.1027, 617.1027 to 1210, RC 1230, RC 1235, RD 97. Skin disorders, 616.508, RL 87. Sleep disorders, 612.82, 616.84. Snoring, 612.21. Stomach, 612.3, 616.33. Steroids, doping in sports, hashtag 617.1027, RC 1230. Stress, 158.1, 613.09. Stress disorders, 616.852, RC 552. Strokes, 616.81. Surgery, 617. Temporomandibular/TMJ, hashtag 617.522. Thyroid, 616.44. Tuberculosis, 616.950, RC 311. Ulcers, 616.33. Urinary tract, 616.61. Varicose vein, 616.143. Women's healthcare, 362.10, RA 564.85. Women's issues/childbirth, 618. Books about seniors, retirement, and aging are at hashtag 301.435, hashtag 305.26 and hashtag 646.79-80 at the library. You'll find some inspirational, psychology-type books at hashtag 155.67. Medical books for seniors are at hashtag 612.67 and hashtag 618.97. Social welfare organizations are at hashtag 361-362. Health and nursing care books go from hashtag 362.6097 to hashtag 362.82 and HV 1450. There are also books at hashtag 371.334. Books about funerals are at number 393 and 395.23 at the library. Books about grief are at hashtag 152.24, books about widowhood are at hashtag 155.937. Books about death are at hashtag 301.428 and hashtag 306.87-90. The most basic places to find medical information are Public Library, Federal Government National Institute of Health, NIH.gov. Associations, voluntary organizations. Medical, hospital, or university libraries. Doctors, other health professionals. Medical research data services for a fee. Medical databases. Internet. Look for the following major medical books at the library or through internet book companies. American Academy of Family Physicians Medical Guide. American Hospital Association. Guide to the Healthcare Field, hospitalconnect.com. American Medical Association. Encyclopedia of Medicine. American Medical Association. Family Medical Guide. Columbia University College of Physicians and Surgeons. Complete Home Medical Guide. Consumer Health Information Sourcebook, OriExpress.com. Dunn's Guide to Healthcare Companies, 800-526-0651. Family Health and Medical Guide. Health and Medical Yearbook. Mayo Clinic Family Health Book. Medical and Health Information Directory, 3 volumes, Organizations, Publications, and Health Services, Encyclopedia of Medical Organizations and Agencies, galegroup.com, 800-521-0707. Medical and Healthcare Marketplace Guide, 800-822-3366. Medical Reference Library, Medical Tests. Medical Self-Care. Our Bodies, Ourselves. The Consumer Health Information Sourcebook, or Express. The Medicine Show, Consumer Reports Annual. The Self-Help Sourcebook, the comprehensive reference of self-help group resources. U.S. Medical Directory. For medical services in your area, look in your local phone book, then look through the phone books at the library, such as the AT&T toll-free directory. For basic information, contact Agency for Healthcare Policy and Research. epub 8547. Silver Spring, Maryland 20907. 800-358-9295. 888-586-6340, TTY. 301-495-3453. acpr.gov. Free booklets about most medical conditions, free OCPAIR publications catalog. American Self-Help Clearinghouse. St. Clair's Riverside Medical Center. 100 East Hanover Avenue. Number 202. Cedar Knolls, New Jersey 07927-2020. 800-4MASH. 800-367-6274. 973-326-6789. 973-326-8853. 973-625-7101. 973-625-9053, TDD. Fax, 973-625-8848. Fax, 973-326-9467. ashc@cybernext.net. cmhc.com/selfhelp. selfhelpgroups.org. Mostly mental health help, but also help in locating local support groups in most conditions. Center for Disease Control. Automated Information Line. 1600 Clifton Road. NA. Atlanta, Georgia 30333. 404-329-3311. 404-332-4555. 800-311-3435. 888-232-3228. Fax, 888-232-3299. cdc.gov. Many topics like AIDS, chronic fatigue syndrome, etc. You can request to talk to an expert or have information faxed to you. Medical Library Association. 6 North Michigan Avenue. Number 300. Chicago, Illinois 60602-4805. 312-419-9094. info@mlahq.org. mlanet.org. National Health Information Center. Disease Prevention and Health Promotion. Number 2132. 330C St. S.W. Washington, D.C. 20201. 800-336-4797. 301-565-4167. Fax, 301-984-4256. Fax back, 301-468-1204. NHICinfo@health.org. NHIC-nt.health.org. Healthfinder.gov. NHIC-net.health.org/nmp/conf.html. Health Information Referral Service puts people with health questions in touch with organizations that are best able to provide answers. Spanish materials are available. Listing of all healthcare centers nationwide. You call them with a health question. They refer it to the appropriate agency, who then call you back free. Also, ask about their NIH publications list, which lists all the health publications they offer. They also offer a free list of federal medical clearinghouses. National Institute of Health. NIAMS Information Clearinghouse. Bethesda, Maryland 20892. 301-496-4000. Fax, 301-881-2731. nih.gov/NIAMS. This fast fax service sends you info on many topics. Request document 5 to get a list of topics. National Library of Medicine. 8600 Rockville Pike, Bethesda, Maryland 20894. 888-346-3656. 800-272-4787. 800-638-8480. 800-338-7657, Medlar's Database. 301-496-6095. 301-496-6308. 301-594-5983, Health Professional Inquiries. Public info at nlm.nih.gov. igm.nim.nih.gov. healthfinder.gov. medlineplus.gov. nlm.nih.gov/database/freemedl.html. ncbi.nlm.nih.gov. ncbi.nlm.nih.gov/pubmed, 410-563-2378, Drug Database. World's largest medical library, many online services. National Technical Information Service. Springfield, Virginia 22161. 800-553 ENTIS. ntis.gov. NAC, National Audiovisual Center. ntis.gov/database. grc.ntic.gov, database for a fee. worldtech.fedworld.gov, science and technology database. Sells publications on most areas of life, free catalog. Also has several medical databases. TelMed. Health Education Center. 100 East 77th Street. NYC 10021. 212-794-2200. 909-478-0330. 909-825-6034. telmed@9.netcom.com. tel-med.com. Automated information for 600 plus subjects. Free telephone health library where you call, ask the operator about what you want and they will play you a short cassette tape. Every subject is number coded, so it's best that you send them a line asking for their list of subjects.